Hi, I'm Karren Meggitt, Body Size Fitness, and today I'm doing a 40-45 minute class with a band. So here we go. Sitting up nice and tall, bend the knees, and you're going to take that band and rest it over your mid-upper back. I usually say around about the bra strap area. And then just resting the hands on the shins. You just need a bit of tension on that band just so you get some feedback as you breathe. So breathing in through the nose, making sure shoulder blades are back and down, in through the nose, and as I exhale out through the mouth, just nod the chin and slowly curl forwards. Inhale there. And as I exhale, draw the abdominal muscles in, stack the spine, lift up and out through the top of the head. And again, inhale, exhale, tuck the chin in, curl forwards. Scoop out through the abdominal area. Inhale and exhale, stack the spine. Good, now on this one I'm just breathing in and out here, so breathing in, and as I exhale, just drawing the abdominal muscles in strongly. Inhale, and exhale, pulling in nice and tight. Exhale and stack the spine. Good, so I'm going to show you two options for shoulders. I'm going to do some sitting, so this is the protraction, retraction. So arms are straight, arms are in two tubes, and just reaching forwards and back. So moving from the shoulder blades, keeping the shoulders down. And I'm just doing a little elevation and depression. Shoulders going straight up and straight down. Really pulling down through the lats. Stretching around the neck and shoulders. Good, and then I'm just going to go into little circles. So up, straight, circle back, down and around. And again, lifting up, circle back, down and around. And just reverse it. So going back, squeeze the shoulders together, lift up the ears and straight down. Good. So from there, I'm going to lie down and do some shoulder exercises here. So it's protraction, retraction again. So I would normally do 6, 8, 10 in a class, depending on the level. But for here, I'm just doing about 4 or 5, so you can add on if you wish. So just going straight up and down. Now, some participants say they don't like holding the band, so I scrunch the band up sometimes and hold it in the hand. So I'm just going for scissors, making sure the rib cage is staying down. Hip bone, pubic bone level. Legs are bent as you see, toes pointing forwards. Good, so now I'm going to just do a bend and stretch. So elbows down, palms face one another. Extend the arms up and rotate the hands. And reaching up and down. I should say here now that it will jump in a second. It's pretty seamless, but there we go, because someone knocked on the door. So now I'm going into an elevation and depression. This can also be done standing if that's how your warm-up's starting. And I'm just shrugging up and down. So there's quite a bit of tension on the band. Ankles are flexed. And straight up and down with those shoulders. Really drawing down through and using that band. Okay, so now I'm going into a spinal rotation. Band rests on the shins, crosses underneath, and the arms go out to the side, and you can hold the mat as well if you wish. So legs at 90 degrees. I'm just going to drop the knees over to one side, and then as I exhale, drawing the abdominal muscles in and bringing it back to center, and then I go to the other side. So I'm just taking care that the shoulders aren't lifting off too far. And you will generally find that one side feels better than the other. So just dropping the knees over. Feel the tension take up in the band of the opposite side. So as I now go to the left, there's more tension in the right arm. And then I'm drawing in and bringing it back to center. I should say try and keep the legs together. I don't know what happened there, but my legs seem to kick out slightly. So keep those legs together and then draw in and bring it back to center. Good, so from there I'm going to go into a pelvic tilt. So the band rests over the lap, quite a bit of tension on it because you want that feedback. And it's an inhale and then as I exhale, drawing the abdominal muscles in, feeling the hips tilt, feel the back level towards the floor, and then lengthen back out. So pulling in and stretching back out. Try not to use the glutes. It does look like I'm holding onto that mat for dear life, but I'm not. Now in this I'm just going to roll straight up and down. So hips, knees and shoulders in a long line and using that band to lift up and down. So the more tension on there, you can really get a good feeling of rolling straight up and down through the spine. Excuse me. And I always cue in class as well to really take time to come back down. Use the glutes as a guide and try and stay straight through the spine. Good. So now we're moving on. I'm going to place the band around the back of one leg, lying back down again. Elbows on the floor, shoulders relaxed, hip bone, pubic bone level, and just circling that thigh bone round, keeping the other leg nice and still. So when I teach class, I would maybe do 8 to 10 of these, depending on the level of the class and if anyone needs adjustment. But for this class, I'm doing sort of 4 to 6 of each exercise, but you can always add on. So now I'm just circling back round the other way. So keep an eye on your other leg. Keep your foot flat to the floor. That's always a good indication that you're falling out through the hips. And try and use your abdominals to stay in a nice, strong shape, staying still as you circle the legs. So now we're changing legs. And just an easy circle going round the other way. And again, hip bone, pubic bone is level. Watch as well that people aren't sort of scrunching up into their shoulders. And if you hear any gulping, it's because today I'm drinking peppermint and licorice tea, which is very nice. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little ab prep, and I love the way the band supports the neck on this. So I'm just laying it down. And then I'm going to lie directly on top. Hold the width of the band, so don't scrunch the band, keep it flat, hold the width of it. Hip bone, pubic bone level, and then just a gentle head nod. I've just moved my hand there so you can see what I'm doing through the neck. So I'm just doing a little flexion through the neck. And now I'm going to do a little ab prep. So I'm going to tuck the chin in, curl up, ribs going down and in, hip bone, pubic bone staying level and lowering back down. So you can see how the band supports the head. And I try and use this if people complain of neck pain or neck issues when they're curling up and down. So it really supports the neck. But you have got to watch. Sometimes if you've got quite stretchy bands, that people will really pull on them. So if you've got any thicker bands, good quality band, then use it for this. Now I'm just going to do leg lift, alternating, straight up and down. So the knee stops when it's over the hip, because I sometimes find if it comes in any closer, people tend to go into a pelvic tilt. And again, I would do more in class than I'm demonstrating here. So now I'm holding up, hip bone, pubic bone remains level. And then it's just a slow circle going round. So as we did in the warm-up with the band round the back of the thigh. So you're staying curled up, slowly circling the leg around. For one way, for the other. Then I'm holding up and just doing a little pulse there. So really trying to use those abdominals, getting the last little bit out, keeping that neck supported, and then lower. Then I'm going to change legs, so I'm just going to mix it up first and just alternate. And then holding up, Sometimes as well you can get a really good feedback on the mat from your shoulders, so I tend to like be on the tips of my shoulder blades. Circling slowly one way and then the other. And then just doing little pulses to finish. Good. So now I'm taking that band and I'm going to place it round the back. And I'm just going to do breaststroke 1 with the band and 2 without. So band, bra strap area, hands are wide, fingertips in line with the eyes and ears, shoulder blades back and down. And I like to have quite a bit of tension on that band so you can really feel it as you lift up and down. So legs are about hip width apart, hip bone, pubic bone level, not going into a pelvic tilt or pushing the hips into the floor. Shoulder blades back and down, neck is long, and just using the thoracic to lift up and down. Now I didn't use the band for breaststroke 2. But actually thinking about it, I probably could, but the band would need to be under the legs and you could lift it as you bring the shoulders together and then release down. Anyway, maybe next time. So shoulder blades coming together, lifting in a long line, reaching the fingertips down the outside of the thighs and then lifting up, sit back. A little shell stretch. Good, so now I'm going into all fours. So hands and shoulders, knees into hips. Now the band is more in the lumbar area of the spine because I just want to isolate there to start off with. So I'm dipping down into my back, pulling the abdominal muscles in and flattening the lumbar area. So actually going out of neutral more, I'd say, and then pulling in. And then I'm moving the band up to the thoracic area. You can do hands flat or fists. And then we're trying to isolate more of the thoracic area. But if anything, I'm probably a bit too, moving a bit too much, I'd say. So really try and isolate a little bit more. Tucking under, lengthening out. Also here I'm just showing that you could do a little protraction, retraction in this position. Dipping down in between the shoulders and then pushing up. So chest coming straight down. Good, so from there I've adjusted my hands because my wrists don't like being too flat. So I've done a fist. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tucking the toes underneath, drawing the abdominal muscles in and just lifting the knees off the floor. And you could always add on to this one, leg pull front. You could lift up and then you could alternate bringing one foot up. So you're really pushing up against that band, adding that extra element to the exercise. It was a lovely sunny day today when I filmed this, so it was getting quite warm. Okay, so here we go. I put the band across the shins, arms down by the side, tension on the band. I'm going to tuck the chin in, curl up. And it's 100, off we go. So trying to keep those legs nice and still. Inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. So short, sharp beats with the arms. In class, I remind them all the time to keep it short and sharp. And you're bouncing on that band, but my legs are staying fairly still, which is what you're looking for as well. So as you curl up, as you exhale, you're flattening those abdominal muscles off. And I'm going a very nice red colour, but I am breathing, you can hear me. There we are, I've done my 100, release that off. So I'm going to put the band around both feet, extend out, tuck the chin in, and I'm going to do a full roll up using that band to come up as smoothly as possible. So tuck, concertina, use the band, bicep curl. I'm curling over, Then I stack the spine, lift up, and then tuck the bum underneath, pull the abdominal muscles in and roll down. Good, and again. That's it, curling over, stack the spine, lift up, and then slowly rolling down. Now the trousers I've got on, they're actually sticking to the mat at this point, so I'm trying not to flash my knickers. Okay, so I've curled over now, and then just doing a little tricep kickback. So arms into the side, pressing, elbows stay in space, and then just push. Curved over as well at the same time, abs in nice and tight, and then just lifting up. Okay, so now I'm going to bend the knees, keep the band there. Tuck the chin in, half rock back, and then I'm scooping and coming forwards. So use the arms as much or as little as you want. I'm actually trying to get a bit more of a toned arm look. So tension on that band, tuck the bum underneath, and then scoop as you come forwards. Keeping your spine in a nice C-shaped curve. And I'm actually just checking that I'm in view. I'm not checking myself out, just so you know. So it's just curling forward and back. Okay, so now I'm going to cross the band over and we're going to target arms. So sitting up nice and tall and then just pulling one arm back and then the other. So arm at shoulder height, rotate and pull. And then you can also do two arms together. So really squeezing the shoulder blades, lengthening the arms back out. So now I'm going for an obliques roll back with the arm. So tuck the bum underneath, pull back, rotate, and then reach it back out, sitting up tall. And again, tuck under, rock back, rotate, elbow up nice and high. And then I change it so the elbow goes down lower and the band goes in between the legs. So each time you rock back, draw the abdominal muscles in tight, curl forwards and then pull back. And again, I would probably do more in a class. So now I'm going to do a leg circle. So there's options. You can have both legs bent, one leg straight, or both straight. I'm going to go for one straight, one bent. Shoulders back and down. Tension on the band, but not so much it goes up into the shoulders. Circling the leg around. So we whip it round, bring it back to center. Try and keep the other leg nice and still, hip bone, pubic bone level, and then just reverse it. So it goes out and circle. Good. Change legs. It does look like my shoulders are quite high, but I don't think they were. Maybe it's just the angle. So slowly circle. Whip that leg round. This is where you should try and get the band flat, otherwise it will travel. Good. So now I'm going to place the band underneath the bum and just do some sitting arms and a rotation. So sit on the band, cross-legged or legs straight, cross it over in your lap and then hold it with the opposite arm. So it's my right hand holding the band from the left-hand side. So I'm going to scrunch it up into my hand, palm up, elbow into the side of the body. And I'm going to open the arm out, rotate back to center with the rotation and then release the arm. So arm first, then a twist, back to center and release the arm. So shoulders are staying square, open. You can use your other arm to give you a little bit more push and rotation. So open, and then I'm just going to hold it there and do some little outward pulls. Elbow staying in, great for your shoulder. Just to strengthen your rotator cuff muscle. So now I'm just going to do a pull. So my palm is in facing my abdominal, my belly button if you like, and I'm just pulling the arm out to the side. So you've got to watch that you don't lifting up too high, and I think I demonstrate it in a moment, yeah. So you're not lifting or hiking, hitching the shoulder up. So you keep it nice and low, and now I'm going to add on an extension. So it goes out to the side, elbow high, as much or as little tension on that band, and then straighten it out. But you're watching that you're not shifting your weight over to one side, or that you're overly using the shoulder muscles. So you keep it low to start off with, and then twist if you wish. So now adding on a rotation, and then stretching the arm back, I would say towards the corner of the room. So it goes up and out, in and down. Good. Change sides. So elbow in, rotate, back to center, release the arm. So arm first, rotate through the spine, bring it back to center, and release the arm. So now I'm going to just do the arm. So keeping the elbow in, shoulders square, and getting those rotator cuff muscles strengthened, pulling out, palm up. Good, now I'm going to change it so the hand or the palm rubs the abdominal area, and we're lifting up and watching the shoulders aren't taking over too much. If anything, I'd say I'm pulling a bit too much on this side. You can see how my shoulder's starting to lift, so I'd keep it even lower. That's better. Extend, in and down. So up, reach, back and down. Couple more. And then I'm going to add on a rotation, so the arm goes out. She says, any minute now. Oh, here we go. Rotate, arm reach, back to center and down. So when I straighten or extend the arm, I'm reaching towards the back corner, controlling the return back down, and using my right hand as well, just to give me a little bit more twist and rotation by pushing a little bit into the arm, into the leg. Good. Checking my notes. And making sure I'm decent. Okay. Band on shins, cross it underneath. We're going for rolling like a ball. So we're going to try and keep the legs in the same position. Tuck under, pull in, rotate, curl the spine. And lifting up and balancing. Nearly went there. I actually prefer to use the ball doing this exercise. I think it just holds you in a stronger position, but then you shouldn't rely on it too much. And it's not looking too shabby. That was a bit clunky, that one. Okay, so now the band is going round the right leg. And I'm going to do a single leg stretch. So first off, I'm just using the leg. So elbows on the floor, shoulder blades back and down, and just pressing that leg out nice and strong. So I'm going to curl up now and add on. Leg goes out, leg comes in, head goes down. Tuck the chin in, curl up, flex, stretch the leg out, bend, bring it in and down. Now I'm doing both together. Stretch it away, curl up at the same time. And again, you'd maybe add on a few more in class. So now I'm going to add on an arm reach behind, bend in together, head down. Tuck the chin in, flex up. Arm and leg extend out, reach. I mean, there's loads of options. You can do your head, your leg, and your arms all together, or you can do them separately. Here I'm adding arms and legs together, and then pulling in and releasing down. Flex, curl up, push and reach back. I'd say the arms are just going past my earlobes. Now I'm changing legs. So relax the arms, shoulder blades elbows on the floor, and just extend that leg out and bring it back in. Watching that the band doesn't pull the leg too far in, so always say that you control the movement, not the equipment. So now flex up, extend, and then down. Tuck the chin in, curl up, hip bone, pubic bone staying level, and pressing that leg out nice and strong. Good, now I'm doing both together. Flex up and press the leg, lower it back down. And again, tuck the chin in, leg goes out, bend, bring it back in. Now we're going to add on arms as well. So I'm doing them separately first, bringing them in together, and then lower down. Tuck the chin in, curl up. Legs and arms together. Press away, pull in, lower it back down. Couple more. Just watch that you don't arch the back or going into a pelvic tilt or anything. Try and keep in that neutral position or an imprint if you need to. Press away nice and strong. Bend and release. Good. So from there, I'm going to go on all fours and I'm going to place the band around the foot. So just some abdominals and leg work here. So tension on the band, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and then just pressing and kicking that leg away. So knee in and extend. That's better. Good. So hip bone, pubic bone level. Try and stay in neutral, drawing the abdominal muscles in. And if anything, it looks like I'm slightly twisted, but I think that's just the print of the trousers. Okay, now I'm from extension, just lifting straight up and down. So try not to go into the lower back. And then I'm crossing the body. So I'm going to lift up, tap across the foot that's on the floor, back up and down. Lift and cross, up and down. Now in, out and down. So we lift up, straight up, pull in, push out and down. And again. Okay, just to have a little rest before the other leg, other side. Take the band in the thoracic, go into all fours, and then I'm just going to do a little cat stretch. So tuck the bum underneath, tuck the chin to the chest, stretch and curl up, and then lengthen back out into neutral. And again, so pulling in nice and tight, look down, there we go, and then lengthen back out. So initiate the movement from the abdominal muscles, pulling the ribs up to the spine. And flat fist or a fist, or a flat hand. Okay, so now I'm doing the leg on the other side and I've just changed over so it's the one nearest the camera so you can see. So the band never behaves. There we go, I think I've got it now. Okay, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Nice long leg and I'm going to kick back. So again, control it. On the way out and on the way back. Press out through the glutes. Lifting up, straight up and down to start off with. And then up and across and down. So lift straight up, across, straight back up and down. So really feel as you press across. Go and lift, knee in, back out and down. And again, lift, knee comes in, press out and down. A couple more. you're done. That is a bit of a killer, especially if you do more. Okay, so now I'm going to carry on with the legs, and I'm going to do a side leg lift series. So the band goes around the top leg, hips are stacked, shoulders stacked, bottom arm tucked underneath. Tension on the band, I just place the wrist or the fist on the floor and just lifting straight up and down to start off with. So bottom arm tucking underneath the head to support, shoulders and hips are stacked, and just lifting that leg straight up and down, and now I've gone into circles. Good, then change direction, slowly around the other way. Squeezing through the glutes, pressing back. Good, then we're going to bring the knee down, and then tap across. So knee down, foot up, and then tap across. Or tap behind if you like. Bottom leg is still bent. Try not to roll too much out through the hips. Good, with the knee down and the heel or the foot up, I'm pushing it away and then bringing it down. And I think that was quite lucky. I caught the band with my knee. So now I'm pushing down and up. Press and lengthen the leg away as if you're aiming to the diagonal part of the room. Good, so now top leg rests in front. Lengthen out the bottom leg, make sure it's nice and straight. Flex the ankle and just lift straight up and down. And then from there I'm just going to go into small little circles going round. And then changing direction. And then little pulses going up. Down. Good. A little rest there. Okay, so from there I'm going straight into it and I'm doing the other side. So band around the top foot, lying on the side, hips are stacked, shoulders stacked, bottom arm tucked underneath. Band in front, tension on the band, and then just lifting straight up and down. Of course, you can do this without the band. You don't have to have the band there. Straight up and down. And then just holding up small circles. Pressing the leg back, squeezing through the glutes, and then change direction. And hold and pulse. So now I'm going to turn my foot in, knee to the floor, tap behind. So hips staying fairly stacked. Try not to rock too much forwards and backwards. I think I was trying to hold it with my knee, the band, as I did on the other side, but it's not playing ball today. There we go. So just rocking that leg forward and back, rolling through the hip. So knee down, foot up, press the leg away. And then down. Okay, leg comes in front, straighten the bottom leg out, flex the ankle. And lifting straight up and down, aiming with the inside of the whole of the foot, knee pointing forwards as well. So straight up and down. Watch you're not holding any tension in the shoulders. Now it's just an easy circle round. and then change direction. And pulses up. Good. So I'm just moving the mat a little bit further back so you can see then what's happening through my arms. So I'm going to take the band, put it on the mat, but not have very much left on the floor. So you want more band to play with. Okay, so I'm going to hold the band. Getting a bit sweaty at this point. So you're going to hold the band in the right hand and the left arm pushes out like a bow and arrow. And I'm going to lean towards the band. And then it's my top arm that's moving. So you want tension on that band obviously to feel it. So lean into it, squeeze the glutes, hips pushing forwards, and just extend the back arm. Okay, now I'm straightening up, bringing the band in front slightly so it doesn't get caught on my face as I'm going up and down with the left arm. Keeping those hips square, pushing the band up. Obviously you can change how much tension you've got. Now I'm holding the band up, shoulder blades back and down, and I'm just leaning over to one side, then back to centre, and then over to the other side. Now you'll always have one side better than the other. Well, not better, but you have more lateral flexion on one side than the other. And if anyone remembers the Bay City Rollers, this always makes me think of them because I think they used to have lots of followers with scarves. I don't know why, but I'm sure if you're a fan, you know what I mean. So now I'm going to change sides. So not much band on the floor. Now it's going to be my left arm working and my right arm is going to push like a bow and arrow. Then I'm going to lean in towards the band and then pushing the arm up. So keep the arm fairly close to the side of the head, tension on the band, and then pressing away. I could do with a little bit more lean maybe. Now arms up, arms in front, down and up with the right arm. So you push, keeping the left arm in the same place. So out in a strong VY shape. Pressing up and out. And then we're going to hold it up, shoulder blades back and down, and then it's a lean to one side, pull the abs in, bring it back to centre, and then go to the other side. So it helps to kind of keep the hips facing forwards, a squeeze through the glutes as you go from side to side. I want to start singing, bye bye baby, baby, bye bye. But there's probably copyright on that, so... Okay, now I'm just going to do some glutes. So the band across the lap, tension on that band as we did in the warm-up with that pelvic tilt and roll. Now it's all about the glutes. So legs hip width, hands down by the side, tension on the band. Hold the mat if you need to, or keep pushing the arms down. Squeeze and lift, nice and strong. Now I'm staying up, halfway down, all the way up, halfway down, all the way up. Release the tension, push it back up, nice and strong. Couple more. Hold it up and little pulses to finish. And then down. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Karren Meggitt from Body Size Fitness. I also shot part of the class, the warm-up, from the back view so you can kind of see what's going on with the shoulders, and it just gives another angle. So if you want to keep watching, thank you very much for doing so, and hopefully see you on YouTube again soon. Thank you. Bye.